What's up, everyone? Happy, fabulous, fantastic Thursday. Hope you're doing well, man. Just another day in paradise. I'm gonna draw a hand right over here somewhere, right on top of this person's pelvis. Um, anyways, just another Thursday. Oh my gosh, my pen's not even making marks. Just another Thursday. Just gonna do some drawing here and hopefully get some talking in there. Who knows? I never know what these videos, man. I never know what these videos. I had something earlier. I had this idea in my head. I'm going to navigate it. I'm going to navigate through it. Oh, yes. I remember exactly what I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about squashmallows. Or squishmallows? I'm kidding. I don't want to talk about those. No. So here I am on this wonderful Thursday. It's noon right now. It's taken me a while to get kind of into the swing of things, but it's noon. Actually, no, it's not taking me a while to get in the swing of things. I woke up super late. Woke up at I want to say 10:20, dude. Oh my gosh, 10:20. But I went to bed at 2, so that's roughly 8 hours. You know, yeah, went to bed 2 when and woke up around 10:20. Give me 8 hours. So my body's saying, hey man, you need 8 hours of sleep. I used to go to bed at 2 and then wake up at 5, and even though you can do that, I would not recommend it. It is not fun. It is not enjoyable, and it leads to you being just super cranky all the time, man. I was always cranky. But anyways, here I am on a Thursday, getting a little bit of drawing from George Bridgman's Constructive Anatomy book. I'm just doing a quick little sketch from one of his pages here. It's going to be a hand when all is said and done. It's not going to look exactly like his hand, because his hand is kind of the way that he draws. It's very loose and sketchy, and it's hard to copy people's sketchy mannerisms. So I'm going to do the best that I can. But what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get back momentum. And it's not hard, but it just takes you pushing that snowball, and pushing it every day. So I'm trying to get back that momentum again, because I was having some really good momentum. What usually happens is I get this really nice momentum, the snowball effect, and then I'm I got some momentum going on. I'm feeling comfortable. I'm getting cozy, and then I get comfortable, and then I get real lax and I get really lax, and I start making excuses for myself. Oh yeah, I'll say something oh, I drew yesterday, or I drew yesterday, and or no, I don't want to make the excuses I make will be oh, I just don't have time now. There was something happened in my life that threw a wrench in my schedule, and I just don't have time anymore today. As soon as that wrench hits my gears, I just don't have any more time. So I'm trying to get that back that forward momentum, and you're going to start seeing, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm crossing my fingers. Hopefully, you're going to start seeing more videos posted regularly, and for myself, I am going to hopefully improve along the way, and that's real nice. That's an added bonus. But as I said in previous videos, I actually really never stopped drawing. For the most part, I just stopped drawing and recorded myself drawing. I've been working on commissions. Whenever I teach, I draw. I do demos almost daily, so I'm drawing there. But I don't consider that practicing. It's more I'm giving a demo for my students, so it feels less like practicing and feels more oh, I'm just getting paid to do demos, and it feels less like I'm learning things and more like I'm just going over things that I already understand a little bit, and maybe just keeping my 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 skill set sharp. But with this, with drawing from George Bridgman's Constructed Anatomy, I've always felt that like I was lacking in the figure. Even though I'm decent at the figure, I compare myself to to the amazing artists that I see on YouTube, to the amazing artists that I see on Instagram and TikTok. They're all so amazing, and I compare myself to them, and I'm like, wow, I don't even hold a candle to them, you know? Like, I consider myself good, but the way that they do their work, it's almost like breathing to them. Like, the way that they make art is almost like breathing. And I don't know, for me, I don't have that I don't have that. Like, art is always a struggle, like, for me. It's never like second nature. It's never been like, oh, breathing. Although, you know, I will get into these zones, and I will have times where my work is just really easy, but it's never like I can just create a figure drawing out of thin air and it looks just magnificent. You know, all these artists that I see, it just appears to just look so natural for them, you know. And perhaps I do have some natural tendencies that they wish that they had, you know. So to each his own. I mean, there's probably some artists that look at my work and they're like, wow, I wish I had that type of mark in my repertoire. And then I'll look at their work and I'm like, oh, I wish I had their style or their nuances or their aesthetic. I was looking at an artist last night, and man, she did some amazing paintings, and I was just blown away. I actually was just death scrolling, and because I was watching the way that she was doing some things, and like I don't consider myself a hyper detail, like a person that does a lot of hyper detail, but I find myself fixating on stupid details in my drawings or in my artwork that no one would care about. Like, no one would care about, like, the nuances that some of the art nuances that I'm doing. But this artist, she was able to take information and simplify it in a sense, simplify value, simplify tones, and then when you zoom back or you walk back, it looks realistic, and that is beautiful. That was like John Singer Sargent beautiful. For those that aren't familiar with John Singer Sargent, he is an amazing artist. He did some amazing paintings back in the day. Like, she was John Singer Sargent beautiful, but done with a modern aesthetic. But yeah, like, and it looked so natural for her. Like, she would take some white and go, whoosh, and then she'd take a little bit of like cerulean blue and white and a little bit of black or gray or something and put it to the side and blend it just nicely. And then it turns into an eye that looks realistic. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Or she would draw bubbles and she'd smudge it, and then she added just a little fleck of highlight here, a fleck of highlight there, and it looked exactly like a bubble in water. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. Here I am scrutinizing over. If I were to paint that bubble, I would go into these details that are meaningless to the overall appearance of that bubble. And at the end of the day, it wouldn't look like a bubble. It would look kind of like a bubble, but it wouldn't be a bubble, if that makes any sense. But anyways, I am here to try to get back that forward momentum, and I want to get these videos up. I want to sketch for about 10 minutes a day. And hopefully, at the end of it, I am better for it. Anyways, that's it, folks. Don't forget to subscribe. I need a Lamborghini or a studio. I would rather have an art studio. Help me out. Help me get that studio. Watch this video to the end. You all rock. Cheers.